Okay, welcome back, everyone. I don't have the camera again. I mean the tripod. But it's a good enough kind of cricket angle. No big deal. I didn't post last week because I wanted to combine two sessions into one. So this week was the best week all year, just in terms of every lift, squat, bench, deadlift. I would say all three of them. This is the best session I've ever had, probably in my life, actually. Not think about it, but this year because there were some setbacks this year, and there was time off that I already talked about in the past. I don't need to bring up again. Squat was amazing. That's more importantly what I was talking about because my hip, I didn't feel anything, and like I was warming up, doing my mobility warm up in the beginning, and I kind of felt like a little clicky, and then I did the bar for 5, and I was like, we'll see. And I did 155, and I was just like, we'll see. But it was amazing. Today was just amazing. I'm gonna go over voiceover on both weeks, both sessions, but I was I was not. I was ready. I was thinking of dropping out of this meet. It's November 18th. It's less than a month already. It's October 22nd today. Um, so yeah. So don't ever get discouraged during a meet if you feel some clickiness or some just like nagging pains because nagging injuries because it may feel better the week after or it may suck for most of the prep like me and then towards the end it'll feel better because when I peak I usually don't feel anything for some reason. Like that's when I don't feel pain. But leading up to it, that's when I feel pain. And that's how it looks like it's going because I'm already 4 weeks out. I really look at it as 3 weeks out because meet week, there's really nothing you can do meet week. You're ready or not. And that's really just a taper week for me. That's how I do things. And I already got my openers pretty down and I'm going to stick with them. I'm probably going to mess around with jumps more like I've mentioned in the past. Bigger jumps. Not so much a bench, obviously. Weak people can't jump too much. They can't do people like me that are weak on bench can't jump too high on bench because you can screw yourself over. So we'll see a kind of experiment on bench, but we'll still be conservative. But deadlift and squat, those would be bigger, of course, the bigger, stronger lifts. And I did 424 single today. It was the easiest RP8 ever, and I believe I had 3 in me, like 3 total, 2 more reps, and that says a lot of what I can do on meet day. Of course, you never know what you can do on meet day. You never know you're gonna feel on meet day. But if I could have, let's say I did triple that, let's just say for RP10, that puts me like on my all-time best, which is 452, which was easy when I weighed 208. I was in 198 weight class, but I used to cut water back then, so that was easy back then. Now it would probably be like like all-out max to do the same numbers that I used to do. The goal is to get close to 1240, my best total at 188. I'm not sure if I will get there or surpass it, but get closer. That was 1206, 1207 last meet, which was a bodyweight PR because it was my debut at the 81.5 weight class or 82 point, whatever it is. But it was sumo, my first one. My first 82.5 meet was sumo, not my first USAPL one, my first 82.5. Because the first USAPL one I was still 198, but I weighed like 187. I was light. I was a light 198. So now it's gonna be my conventional debut at 181.5. I'm gonna do pounds. I don't do kilos. So yeah, everything's a PR because conventional will be a PR at this weight because I've never done conventional at this weight and body weight stuff. I don't know if I'll weigh less than last time, but I'm still in the same weight class. I will be session 2. I just found out. I'll be session 2. I've never been session 2 ever, like the later sessions. So I'm gonna be competing at 2 p.m. Weigh-ins, like gear check is at 11:30. Weigh-ins like 12, and then at 2 we'll be lifting. We'll be done by 6. So it's gonna be a later meet for me. Nationals was different. I was still early, and nationals last long. But this is like I've never been session 2 before. So I'm gonna do session 2, right there, Fitness Underground, the gym I used to go to near my parents' house. So I'm gonna see a lot of familiar faces. And there are a lot of familiar faces that have gotten much stronger since the last time I saw them, which is good for them. And I am too. Just I'm going the opposite direction. Some people gain weight, some people stay the same. I lost weight. It's just always in my head that I weigh less, and I just want to be better than I used to be at a lighter weight, which is hard to do. I never realized how hard it is to lose weight a significant amount, not too much, like 50 pounds, but a significant amount, and be just the same strength you used to. But technically, I'm stronger in terms of pound for pound total for body weight, but I mean the same total, which is 1240. I just really want to get to where I was, but I know it's unrealistic to get there quick for some people like me. Okay, so now here's a recap from last week and this week. Okay, let's get back into these voiceovers. I haven't done one of these in a while. Last week I wasn't really feeling it, but it's funny because I think this is the third. That's stutter step right there. I couldn't get my right foot planted correctly. I think on the first two sets, I would have like my right foot in front of my left foot. So that was like, okay, no wonder my hip hurts so much. Maybe that's been a problem. But that was the third one, and that one was easy. So I didn't feel good on squats, but it took me a while to get warmed up because that third 402 felt good, and I feel like I would have had a lot more in me. But I just started to go easy on the 402 and just do a 3x1. This is 353, 3x3. It's funny because the week before I did 364-ish in my garage for 3x3, and that's it because I didn't have knee sleeves. And this was a lot easier than that, and it's only like, 11 pounds less. So did heavier weight because of my garage didn't do any top sets, and then a little bit less with the same volume right there. So it was better than the week before at the very least. And then here, I just did 3x2 with 242.5, whatever. I just rounded up. It's not that big of a deal. And I hit the rack right here on the second one. You can't see or hear, but I did. And I mean, I would have had it either way. It sucks because I did it twice on those 3 sets. And then I decided to go, clean working sets, 220, 3x3. Nothing to complain about on bench. The top sets felt pretty good. That will probably be my opener, 242.5. I know I can do 4. I've done it for 3 already. I think I could do it for 4, honestly, like all out, like RP 20. So that looks like it'll be ballpark opener. This was 446. Didn't do any top sets. This is just working sets right here of deadlift. And this week either I didn't do any top sets on deadlift. Just straight working sets. 446.5, 3x2 down, taking forever to reset on my thumbs. And I mean, it was pretty smooth. It got kind of harder, obviously, the next 2 sets. But this week was better. I went 11 pounds heavier. Here's the 424 I was talking about. It was the easiest RP8 ever. My knee still buckles that right one, but I don't feel it. And it was clean and fast. And I for sure had 3 in me. I was disappointed how easy it was. I was like, let's just leave it there. We're still got a while till meet day. No need to push it. And 375, it's been bugging me that I can't relatively do working sets with this weight because I know it's easy in the past. Of course, I keep living in the past, but I do not listen to my ego and I lighten the weight like I have in the past weeks. But this was an easy 3x3. I would say a clean 8, and I dropped real low on this third rep right there. I think this was the third set. So you can see how easy that was. For sure RP8 on all 3 sets. And we're back to this again, 243, 3x2. It might have been a little harder this week. I just couldn't get the right tempo on the way down in the eccentric portion. Well, I guess it looked pretty easy now I think about it. I just felt harder than the week before, but it looked pretty easy there. Then we went up 5.5 pounds, 226, 3x3, and those were real clean. It was honestly, I should have been with that working sets, but I just want to keep the working sets as easy as possible and not go too crazy on those. Unless I'm doing like deadlifts working sets only, then it would be harder. But that was just some clean back offs. Here's the work C457, 11 pounds from the week before. Real easy. I had 4 in me all day, every day. That's a 3x2. And the sets got harder, but it was easier than the week before. I felt great today. It's a great session, and I can't wait till meet day. Okay, so that's the recap. Feeling pretty good about meet day, like I mentioned, and I think I'm gonna do another meet after this in Utah because people I work with really want to see me, but I was in Idaho in July and I'm gonna be in California in November, so it's too far. Idaho's not that far; it's 4.5 hours, but it's far enough to go out of your way to see someone, and it's an all-day thing, a powerlifting meet, and then California's far, and no one's from California. I mean, everyone hates California. That's what I learned in the Air Force. And whoever's not from California hates California. So everyone hates us. They hate me instantly, which is fine. I'm one of the nice ones. People are rude in California, so I understand. They're so nice in Utah. Some people are like, oh, these Mormons are racist. I'm like, these are the nicest people I've ever met in my life. They're rude in California to me. Like, my own home state is meaner to me. And then here, they're nice. And everyone's like, they're racist Mormons. I'm like, I do not get that at all. And I'm just like, how do you feel like these people are racist? Tell me. What do they do? Because they're white, obviously. They're like, oh, I just feel it. It's like, you feel it? That's dumb. I don't feel it at all. They're so nice. So, I'll say excuse me, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. In California, say excuse me, you get a dirty look like, oh, you just say excuse me? Who do you think you are? Or if you're crossing the street in a parking lot at a grocery store, and then, you let them go, on the car, and then they walk the pedestrians, that would be, so sorry and running. California, they don't even look. They're just like, yeah, you better stop. Or, vice versa. So, they're really nice over here. I don't have a problem with Utah, and it doesn't have to be Mormons or white people, just people in Utah in general. They're nice. I have no complaints. It's pretty similar to California. Obviously, there's no beaches. Obviously, Utah has 3 million people. LA has nearly 4 million. So there's more people in LA than there is in Utah. So there's less people. Salt Lake has about 500,000, and the surrounding metropolitan area is about 1.2 million. So there's less people, and similar, not identical to California. The weather's not that different until we get to the winter. It will be freezing and snowing. But yeah, that's all for this video. I'm gonna upload an Air Force video next one. I'm trying to balance Air Force and powerlifting videos and not make them into one. I'm just trying to keep it one subject. So this one was just powerlifting. The next one will be Air Force or just gym stuff in general. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you next video.